Good morning, everyone. We are going to make sure that our technology is working okay. Looks like it is. We're live streaming over on Facebook in the All's Well group and also over on Zoom. So lots of options for you to come and join us. I'm going to share my screen and we are going to kick off and get started. This is our Women's Health and Hormones class. And I also uploaded the handout as well. So if you want, you can go into the All's Well group or One Drop Stop and you can download the handout to use that to follow along with us as we start our Saturday morning education off. But this is a topic that's really near and dear to my heart, especially with my background in women's health and functional nutrition coaching. And it's good for us to actually start by rating ourselves and seeing how we feel on a scale of 1 to 10. So 1 is we don't have any unwanted symptoms. 10 is that we've got some out of control symptoms that are going on. So go ahead and rate yourself, if you will, on how is your monthly cycle. If you want to share with us, you can. You can type it in the chat over on Facebook or on Zoom. This is a safe place, but know that you don't have to do that if you don't want to, but it's good to rate yourself to have a starting point. Also rate yourself if you're having peri or post-menopause, how are your symptoms? Because that can be a good indicator of what's going on with our hormones. And then there are areas of hormone balance. Are there any there that are listed that are difficult for you? So this could be hypothyroidism, adrenal fatigue, difficulty losing weight, mood swings, trouble sleeping, infertility, poor memory, type 2 diabetes, or other symptoms that are going on. That could be an indicator that maybe our hormones are a little out of whack with that and what we can do to give ourselves a little bit of support right now. So we've got the female reproductive system. This includes the ovaries, fallopian tubes, the uterus, the cervix, the external genitalia, and the breasts, and they work closely with other systems, especially our endocrine system. So our ovaries secrete estrogen and progesterone, and these are really crucial for fertility, but they also play a key role in women's emotional and physical health. And nutrition and hydration are really important. They actually directly impact the production of hormones. And it was interesting, I was reading a book about PCOS and listening to some podcasts and some different speakers, and they were talking about how important it is. We know that we're supposed to stay hydrated, right, and drink water throughout the day, but the ovaries actually really thrive and do well when you are fully hydrated. So you can think about hydrating yourself to support your ovaries. So for a foundational standpoint, really looking at lifelong vitality is going to be really key. Hopefully y'all snagged up the BOGO where you got the lifelong vitality little packets, but this is our foundation for nutrition to really help with optimum hormone balance and energy levels. And this is packed with nature's powerful antioxidants, anti-inflammatories, and energy cofactors. So if anybody is struggling with chronic pain or lack of energy or mood issues or even sleep, this is a really, really great place to start. I think if you're brand new to Lifelong Vitality, maybe start with a half dose when you get going. So we've got the Microplex CMZ, this is your vitamins and minerals. Your XC omegas, this is your omega-3 fatty acids, very important for joint health, brain health, inflammation. And then Alpha CRS Plus is the cellular vitality complex. I think of this as a fire hose for inflammation, and it actually helps with mitochondrial support. Mitochondria are the powerhouse, the energy producers of the cell. So this is really important to have as well. Now, what I noticed, because Alpha CRS Plus is a big detoxifier, if you start Lifelong Vitality Pack and you notice like, oh, wow, I don't think that that's jiving with me, it's probably the Alpha CRS Plus. So take that one out, work on the other two. And as you work on healing the gut, like healing leaky gut, helping the body detox, things like citrus oil in your water, things like Terrazyme, we'll talk more about those here coming up. You can gradually add the Alpha CRS Plus back in, but usually just taking a half dose to start with for the first couple of days, see how your body responds, and then moving up to a full dose can make a big difference. But we know that nutrition is foundational. I also don't believe that you can supplement your way out of a poor diet. I think that that's really key. So Lifelong Vitality Pack, it's a tool. And I also think it's really important to be looking at inflammatory foods. Like for a lot of people can have some underlying food sensitivities like gluten, dairy, and sugar. So all good things to keep in mind when we're having this conversation, but it's also really important to be taking a clean vitamin supplement during the day, especially now to boost our immune system during this time. So there is other products too. So this is the bone nutrient product. This is something that you could add on with your Lifelong Vitality Pack, but this is bioavailable nutrition. It's for men and women to help with bone integrity, strength, and overall health. And this is important for those that have maybe weak or fragile bones or bone fractures or growing individuals. This has magnesium, this has vitamin D. Interestingly enough, if you're somebody who really struggles with headaches or migraines, this might be a really good one to add in as well to get that extra magnesium to kind of help support your body in that way. So if you haven't tried the Lifelong Vitality Pack or the bone nutrient yet, this could be a really good one, kind of foundational and help with a little bit more magnesium, especially with if you're looking for bone health or headaches, migraines, things like that. The phytoestrogen complex, this is a natural form of estrogen-like therapy. It's not actually estrogen, but it actually helps to assist the body in, if you're having a deficiency, but also any excess of harmful estrogen metabolites. So we know that there's a lot of like phytoestrogens, fake estrogens, there's environmental factors in that, there's plastic, right? BPA, things that are getting leached into our food and things. And too much estrogen. Estrogen is that building up hormone in the body. So we think of like ovarian cysts or fibroids or endometriosis, polycystic ovarian syndrome, things that there's too much estrogen can kind of cause these unwanted symptoms, can cause painful periods, PMS, issues with our menstrual cycle. So we always want that balance, right? That homeostasis that we're going towards in the body. And so this actually has a fermented soy. This is a natural, non-GMO soy that's extracted that really helps to promote healthy breast tissue and brings balance to hormones in both men and women. Now, soy, I don't recommend like drinking soy milk or things like that because that can throw off estrogen levels, and you have to know the source of the soy. That's really important as well too. But this is something that is a fermented soy, is a natural-based soy. So knowing what type of soy and where it's coming from is really important. But if you're struggling, maybe you've got a teenager, or maybe you're just struggling with hormonal health, feeling off, this might be a really good one to add in to help to balance hormones and help with some of those symptoms like painful cramps and periods, things like that. Rose, I hope you all got your BOGO box or your BOGO of Rose, and she's showing up. She is the queen of oils, but this is a really great one to use, not only for immune support. So I actually think of Rose essential oil a lot for immune support in the body. She actually helps with gram-positive and gram-negative bacteria. Rose is a powerhouse for immune support. So roll that on your spine and bottoms of the feet. You can do that daily. Rose is also the highest vibration oil. So we all have a vibration, and we know that we have different vibrations when we are healthy versus when we are sick. Canned food has a different vibration than, say, fresh raw food. So rose is one of those oils. If you want to change your vibration, apply some rose essential oil. It is a powerhouse. So you can put it over your heart. This is going to help with emotional balance. This is going to help to boost your libido. It promotes openness and confidence. You can apply it to your lower abdomen, so it can help with menstrual discomfort, cramping, can help to promote proper regular ovulation. Maybe you're using this for a little bit of fertility support, or if you're struggling with infertility. So think of the floral oils a lot, especially for women's health. And what's interesting about that is the floral oils, when we're looking at the plant itself, the flower, things like rose and magnolia, neroli and jasmine, they actually look like vulvas. They look like the female anatomy. And this is really powerful for adding in and supporting with menstrual cramps, with anything around women's health. And I think that's really interesting. So if you're not sure, just grab a floral oil, and that'll be a really, really great one to use and to have on hand. So Angela, the password is oils, all lowercase. And I put several links up in OneDrop as well as here in the Allswell, and they can either click one link that'll take them in without a password, or they can type that in. But this is also being recorded too, so we have a replay. Claricom, this is a really, really amazing oil as well. So when we're thinking specifically about hormonal balance, this is a blend of several oils that can help with that. And so when I think hormone balancing, heavy periods, PMS, cramps, hot flashes, mood swings, Claricom is a really, really great oil. Now here's the key though, and a lot of people will come to Claricom and they'll use it when they're on their period, but you're gonna see the best benefits when using it daily. And this is the key with a lot of things for our health and wellness, right? It's not just what we do once that's going to make a big difference. It's what we do daily and consistently. These are part of that health and wellness lifestyle. So there's interesting research as well about taking a good fish oil, so like our XE omega, that it can actually help decrease period pain and menstrual cramps, even more so than like Midol. But it's taking it every day of the month, not just when you're on your period. Same thing with Claricom. So you can do a little swipe along the lower abdomen, right along the panty line. You can also swipe along the inside of the ankle bones. So that's a meridian point for the uterus. So it's another great place. So Claricom is one of those oils that you want to keep in your bathroom. Maybe put it by your toothbrush. It's always powerful to link habits to existing habits. So we typically don't have to think about brushing our teeth. We just automatically do it, right? We automatically know and do that. Nobody has to tell us, go brush your teeth. So putting our oils there and having them linked can be really powerful. And so this can be something where you put your Claricom oil by your toothbrush and you just remind yourself in the morning when you brush your teeth and before you go to bed, just do a little swipe along your lower abdomen and on the inside of the ankle bones. That's when people see key differences. I had a sweet oiler tell me that that was the only change she did. She just started applying Claricom with diligence, right, all the time, and noticed that her periods were not as bad. The bleeding was decreased significantly. What's nice about Claricom and what's nice about our essential oils in general is they promote balance and homeostasis. So I'll have some people be like, can I take Claricom if my estrogen's too high, or if my estrogen's too low, or if my progesterone's too high or too low? Yes, the oils are really cool. They work with the body, and the body knows where to go and utilize the oils for support. So this is a blend. It's got clary sage, which is an amazing oil, but also lavender, bergamot, Roman chamomile, ylang ylang, cedarwood, geranium, fennel, carrot seed, and vitex. So all of these are powerful things to help restore that balance of hormones. So if you haven't tried Claricom, it's a really, really good one. But just remember, using it daily is where you're going to see your best results. Just like Lifelong Vitality Pack, taking your supplements every day is when you're going to be feeling the best. And with Lifelong Vitality Pack too, I will say, show yourself some grace and give yourself some time. It's going to take about, some people notice benefit within about 2 to 3 weeks, but I will really tell people, give it about 3 months of taking Lifelong Vitality Pack with consistency. Red blood cells, it takes about 120 days to turn over. So show yourself some grace with that. It just like with nutritional changes and dietary changes, they tell people it's going to take about 3 to 6 months. So this is a marathon, not a sprint. It's a long game with our health and with our wellness. Just like everything else, right? Sleep, movement, hydration, all of those things. So this is our endocrine system at a glance. It's kind of amazing. And we'll go through all of these things in more detail and what it looks like. But know when we're talking about our endocrine system and our hormonal system, there's a lot of things involved. We're talking about care for the liver and the pancreas and the adrenals, things to support your thyroid. So all of this is really powerful, and we'll go into these different systems in more detail. But our endocrine system, it's really directly involved in growth and development and metabolism, and even nutrient regulation and overall homeostasis. So this is something that it's a system of glands that produce and send hormones to targeted organs and tissues through our circulatory system. And essential oils can be really beneficial because they circulate the same way. And so that can be really beneficial as they encounter cells in our body. This is also why we don't buy oils from the health food store or Amazon or any of those places, because when we're talking about applying oils and them going into the bloodstream and helping to support our body, they have to be pure, right? So very different when we're using doTERRA, which is a therapeutic medicinal grade oil, versus something that really is a synthetic fragrance. I wouldn't even call that an essential oil. And those things can actually harm the body and the endocrine system. So purity really matters. And we're talking about the hypothalamus, the pituitary glands, the pineal gland, thyroid and parathyroid glands, our thymus. That's a big one for immune support. Pancreas, adrenal glands, our ovaries in girls and the testicles in guys, and the placenta during pregnancy. Endocrine system is pretty cool. So let's talk about liver care. Healthy liver function is really, really important for hormonal balance. So the liver is what's going to go and filter and detox, especially with high estrogen. So we want that liver detox to be breaking down, right? Those phytoestrogens, those things that we don't want in the body anymore, and be moving those out. So key pieces of that: drink plenty of water with a citrus oil. So things like lemon or Slim and Sassy. These are high in limonene. I'm actually going to do a whole class on limonene and glutathione and getting more into the sciencey, nerdy stuff and how that can help with our immune system and specifically with what's all going on in the world right now. So stay tuned for that. That's going to be coming up later this month. But this is so powerful. So let's all take a drink. Let's all get a glass of water. Put a citrus oil in there. I've got lime in my water today. Just a little self-care reminder to take a drink, right? Very important. So Slim and Sassy, with my history of PCOS, and PCOS, there can be some underlying blood sugar issues, hormonal issues, things. Slim and Sassy is a great one, the metabolic blend. So this has grapefruit in it, which really helps with water retention and bloat. It's got cinnamon in it, which helps with balancing blood sugar levels. So Slim and Sassy, I know it's kind of a funny name. It's a funny name, but it's a really great powerhouse oil. This is also a great oil to put on your abdomen, on your thighs, on your skin. It helps with cellulite. And so it's great for that topical absorption too, even for hormonal support. So instead of a lotion, I do fractionated coconut oil, and you can put a couple drops of Slim and Sassy and apply that over the abdomen and the thighs and your legs. And it just makes it like a nice self-care ritual of doing a massage, self-massage, but that can be a really great thing to support your body too. But take it internally as well. You can also dry brush with Slim and Sassy, which is a great way to get your lymphatic system moving and going, very powerful. And then Endocrine is the detoxification blend. This is a blend designed to help with your filter organs like your kidneys and your liver. And so you can take one of these a day. That would be a great thing to do and to apply and start adding in. Oh, it's good to see y'all popping on. Yeah, you just did lemon water. Perfect. I love it. That's great, Nicole. Hey, Debbie, it's good to see you on too. Yeah, so start to use your oils. So Endocrine, if you know you need a little bit of support with liver, Endocrine is the oil. And it comes in the essential oil. It also comes in the soft gel. And then there is a Endocrine capsule, which is different, but also helps with liver support. So the soft gel is just the essential oils in there. So care for the pancreas. If you need a little bit of support for the pancreas, right? Because we're thinking about pancreas, we're thinking about a key player with blood sugar regulation, with insulin. So 1 to 3 Slim and Sassy soft gels can help to support metabolism and regulate blood sugar and release excess water. So you can do the soft gels. If you like that for convenience, you could do the essential oil that we mentioned over here and add a couple drops in your water. I will admit, when I first started with the oils, I was not a fan of Slim and Sassy, the taste of it, but it grew on me over time. We also have Slim and Sassy gum, which is really nice, especially, remember when we used to fly on airplanes? That's nice for the pressure changes to chew, but it's sweetened with xylitol. It's all natural. There's no synthetic sweeteners in there. But these are powerhouses. Oh, Leanne, girl, this is like liquid gold. Get these out, open them up. These are awesome. And start with maybe 1 a day, and then you could gradually increase to up to 3. And this could be a great one, especially for people with PCOS or that are really struggling with getting some blood sugar regulation and support. This is a great, great one. So for me, starting out, I actually had to add a little bit of Slim and Sassy. I added it with wild orange essential oil. And that was really powerful. And it just made it taste a little bit better for me personally. But now I actually love the taste of it. So know that your taste buds will adapt and change to whatever you give them regularly. But I really like this a lot more now. And it's got 2 options. So if you don't love the taste, you can do the soft gels, or you can try the essential oil, or you can put the essential oil on with your lotion. doTERRA has an unscented lotion that you can add it on, or do the fractionated coconut oil. Oh, Leanne, yeah, this would be perfect for you. You'll have to do a little experiment. Try it for a month to 3 months and let us know how you're feeling, because blood sugar really is the key to regulating everything, like hormones, energy level, thyroid, all of that goes back to blood sugar. So, so important. All right, let's look at giving our adrenals a little bit of support. So adrenal fatigue, we know that we're in an adrenal fatigue situation when you are hungry all the time. You get hangry, right? Hangry, where if you skip a meal, you get really grumpy. Maybe you always have a snack on hand because like your blood sugar will crash, you don't feel good, so you have snacks on hand. You catch every cold and flu that kind of comes around because your immune system is a little bit suppressed. You've got irregular blood sugar issues. You're tired but wired. You're exhausted when you go to bed, but then you have a hard time sleeping. And when you wake up, you're exhausted. So you're super, super tired. Nighttime, you may get a little bit of a burst, that tired but wired. Maybe nighttime's when you like try to do all the things, but you stay up too late. And it's just kind of this vicious cycle. Weight gain around the middle, and you crave sugar like crazy. That's usually an adrenal fatigue or adrenal insufficiency situation. So to give a little bit of care for the adrenals, you can actually apply Magnolia, beautiful oil, to the adrenals twice a day. You can take 2 capsules of the Mito 2 Max twice a day, or as needed. I love Mito 2 Max. So this helps with energy and stamina. It's got some adaptogenic herbs like ashwagandha and cordyceps that are really great to support the adrenal glands. I also love Elevation. If you haven't tried that blend, that essential oil, Elevation is a beautiful blend, and I like to put that over the adrenals as well. So adrenals are located over the kidneys. They kind of sit like a little hats on top of the kidney glands. So that lower flank area, like low back area, right over the kidneys, that's where you're going to rub your oils. So you can use Magnolia. Love Magnolia. Very high in linalool. It's a beautiful oil. You can use it for sleep, for stress. Actually, let's all grab an oil and put it on right now. I just have Magnolia right here. So roll it onto your hands and rub your hands together and do a nice palm inhale. You can do it all together. Take about 3 deep breaths there. If you don't have oils right with you, go grab them, or just take some deep breaths with us. Because we could all use a deep breath, right? So good. Another one of my favorite adrenal gland blends is basil, ylang ylang, geranium, and rosemary. You can even do copaiba in there too. And I'll do about 10 to 15 drops of each in a little roller and just rub that on the adrenals. So try it. We can all put a little bit of whatever oil you got. Let's all rub an oil on our adrenal glands right now. This is fun. Interactive class. So just put it on the low back, rub it in over your kidneys. Basil is an amazing one for adrenal support. There's so many. So choose your favorite. Oh, you're having a love affair with Magnolia? I love it. It's such a great oil. And I love that it was in the Precious, our florals, right? The little Mother's Day kit. Are y'all loving this? The Precious florals. All of these floral oils, as we're talking, right? We're mentioning these things, rose, magnolia. These are powerhouses for immune support. So that's why I love that it's a Mother's Day gift, because it doesn't just smell good, but it can help mom with hormonal support, right? We all need things to do to help us. Plus, honestly, if you're going to do one good thing for your health and wellness, get rid of the perfumes. Please get rid of the synthetic fragrances, the perfumes. Oh my gosh, it's not serving us or helping us. Yay, Angela's got her Magnolia. She's rolling it on. Let's all put our Magnolia on. It's so good. Give your adrenals some love. So this is the stress response in the body, right? The fight or flight is where the adrenals work, and they pump out cortisol, that stress hormone, when we're stressed out. Well, we're all in a global pandemic and we're all feeling it to some level. So doing something to support your adrenal glands during this time would be a really good thing. So let's give our adrenal glands some love with a little bit of magnolia, some Mito 2 Max, or whatever your favorite essential oil is. All right, let's talk about thyroid. I know we've been getting some questions about that. People have been asking about that. So caring for your thyroid, it's not a life sentence, but habits are super, super important. So check your nutrition, your stress level, your water supply. All of these things are directly related, right? We look at the body holistically. So you can make a roller bottle with 10 drops each of clove, myrrh, frankincense, lemongrass. I always like to add copaiba too. If you've got copaiba, that's one of those like magical oils. It actually helps. The chemical constituents in copaiba help to increase absorption. So if you're ever making a roller bottle, just add a couple drops of copaiba because it'll increase the absorption too. It's one of those enhancers, like frankincense is an enhancer oil that helps to enhance those chemical constituents. Copaiba helps with absorption. So if you're ever making a roller bottle, just throw some copaiba in for good measure. But you can apply that to the thyroid. So top it with your fractionated coconut oil, put it over the thyroid 3 times a day. So again, put your oils out where you see them, where you're going to be like, oh, and set alarms. I have alarms that go off on my phone to remind me, oh, it's time to take my Lifelong Vitality pack, right? I take a half dose in the morning with breakfast and a half dose in the afternoon with my lunch. So set those reminders, have Alexa remind you, have different things that you can ask. Oh, she's talking to me now. Do things throughout the day to like bring in those core habits to remind you to do these things. Yeah, this is recorded. So replay will be up. You'll be able to come back and there's a handout you can download too to go with this. So put that over 3 times a day. So your thyroid is right here. Beautiful gland, looks like a butterfly right here. And just as a side note, which is kind of interesting, thyroid is second chakra. And so, and thyroid, when we're talking about like hypothyroidism, Hashimoto's, which is like an autoimmune issue with the thyroid, a lot of that can come back to people not feeling safe to be able to speak their truth. So this is where we have the oils for physical support, but we also use the oils for emotional support. I love it. Angela says she took her Lifelong Vitality Pack this morning. Yeah, perfect. Starting to incorporate these daily habits is key. So this is going to be a sample wellness box. And wellness box, this is our loyalty order or LRP. It is a perk that we have with doTERRA. But when you think about it, LRP stands for free. So anytime that we do an LRP order or a loyalty order versus a one-time order is order as needed, right? You log in, you order as needed. Whenever you log into your account, you all have an account with doTERRA now, which is why you get the perks of these continuing education classes and all kinds of fun stuff. But when you log in, you purchase at a 25% off discount. When you order as a loyalty order, you get points back on all of your shipping and points back on your order, which is magical. And those are like doTERRA cash that you can use. So especially oils that are more valuable, like rose, touch, heliochrysum, frankincense, you can save your points and you can get it all and cash them in. Like I have never paid for a bottle of frankincense oil. I always get it for free with my points. So loyalty orders are really cool. And then there's a free oil of the month. It's optional. Honestly, it's just one product a month to participate in a loyalty order. So that could be like things that you've already budgeted for in your home, right? Soap, shampoo, conditioner, laundry detergent, deodorant. We need to talk about a non-toxic deodorant. Girl, you have 400 points. Cash those in, girl. Get you some Melissa. Melissa oil is powerful. Oh man. Yeah, this is like so awesome. And you can use it. You can buy gifts for people. I like to cash them in and get Christmas presents for people, get something for mom, all the stuff. And this month was really special because Citrus Twist is a brand new, never released oil to us. And you can't buy that oil. You can only snag it for free as part of your loyalty order. So I just think of these, this is my wellness box and this is natural health care. So I have found through my own personal journey of things is that we're going to invest into our health now, right? With tools, with oils, with our supplements, with things, or we're going to have to invest into our health later by, you can take a handful of pills now, or you can take a handful of pills later. I'd rather take a handful of Lifelong Vitality packed pills now. So that's kind of how I look at it, is we want to be proactive. We always want to work for things that support our health. So this is a great example. This is taking the bone nutrient, the phytoestrogen, a rose touch, and a clary calm oil. And you always want to look at the points. So the points are in purple, and that's the PV, or the point value. So 125 PV gets you the free oil of the month. It's optional. You don't have to do that, but kind of cool this month to get the citrus twist. And it's $139.50 subtotal. So for the oils, it's point per dollar. For some of the other products, like the supplements or things, it'll be close. But that's why you want to look at that PV, and that free oil will pop up into your account right away. So yeah, Angela says she loves getting the free oils and all the points. Leanne says, me too. I save them and stock up on supplements. It's the only reason I have turmeric right now. I got 4 bottles with my points last time. Oh, that's so smart, Leanne. Yeah, I know we're all waiting for the turmeric dual chamber capsules to come back in stock. In the meantime, I'm taking my turmeric oil and veggie capsules and doing that internally. But yeah, this is, LRP is free. It's doTERRA couponing. It's the best way to save. And especially things like toothpaste, mouthwash, deodorant, laundry detergent, all of those things you can get from doTERRA. And they're upgraded, non-toxic versions that are going to be better for your home. But the nice thing is these products come to us, right? We don't have to go out and get them, especially during this interesting time that we're all in. Symphony of the Cells. Oh, y'all know I love, love, love Symphony of the Cells. So this is a book. I would highly recommend purchasing the book. You can go to symphonyofthecells.com. The website's right there for you. And there is a hormone balance protocol in there. And it's very simple. I've done several videos with different protocols showing you how to do Symphony of the Cells protocols, but you basically just follow the little pictures. So frankincense, you always start with frankincense, and it goes over the neck and over the shoulders, and the little nose means you inhale it. And then the little foot means you put the oils on the bottoms of your feet. And then you do a carrier oil, like fractionated coconut oil. So that means carrier oil, you're going to put it all over the back. And it doesn't have to be specific. You don't have to do it in a certain area. Just get those oils on the back and on the feet. And so all the rest of these oils, thyme, ginger, clary sage, grapefruit, Roman chamomile, ylang ylang, lavender, Siberian fir, you put those on the back. So a couple drips on the back and just rub it all in. Smell that oil from the hands or from the bottle, and then rub it on the bottoms of the feet. If you have someone at home who can do this on you, that's really powerful. It helps to relax your central nervous system. But if you don't, you can totally do this by yourself. You can do the best you can, right? Get the oils on your back so you can reach and get the lower back and get them on as best you can. Smell them from your hands, and then rub them on your feet. So it's a really cool massage protocol that is made to work and create harmony, right? That homeostasis physically, emotionally, and spiritually in the body. And each protocol is different, but it shows you in the book the targeted ailments. And so then you can focus on those. Now, to really address things, I went to Boyd Truman's Symphony of the Cells training in September. Was amazing. When we start opening up things again, and when he's teaching an in-person class, go to it. I think he's actually teaching virtual classes now. So check out his virtual classes. You can get that. I highly recommend it. And I did a recap class. So if you search in the Allswell group, Symphony of the Cells, you can see my recap class of what I learned from that. But it's incredible. You want to learn from him. He's amazing. But you actually want to do this Symphony of the Cells protocol 3 times a week with consistency for about 3 months if you want to see big changes. So if you're really struggling with something, thyroid issues, PCOS, challenges with the hormones, I would recommend do this protocol at least 3 times a week for 3 months. And on the days that you're not doing this protocol, choose 3 oils to take internally from this. You can make a little veggie capsule. So you could put frankincense and grapefruit and Roman chamomile together and take a little capsule, or lavender, choose. Which oils you can take internally, because you're going to see a supplement fact on that bottle. Let's let you know that it's safe for internal use. So that would be a great thing to do, a great habit to get into to support yourself, especially during this time. And check out those other videos if you want to see a demo of how to do this. It's in our group. But this is our education class, right? We're cycling through. There are 8 classes. So it's honor system, but as you attend a class, when you complete all 8, so we've got a little punch card and you can punch that off as you come to the classes, there is a fun little free gift, a little prize for you as you complete all of the continuing education classes and you graduate and you become our essential oil expert, right? By attending all of the classes. So our classes are on Saturdays at 10 a.m. here in our group and on Zoom. And then we also do a short little biz training after the classes for anybody who's curious about learning about the joys of sharing essential oils. So this concludes the educational piece. And if you want to stick around, we'll talk a little bit about the biz and how to create an additional stream of income, which is a really powerful thing, especially during this time. We know that unemployment rates are really high, that we are in a recession, a lot's happening, and people may be looking for additional streams of income or opportunities to work from home to still help and serve and support people during this time. And I really feel like, gosh, people need oils now more than ever for emotional support, for physical support, especially when we're quarantined, you know, having things on hand, tools that we go to. Again, this is my natural health care that if I have a headache or I need something like that, I can run to and use. So recording will be posted in our group. We'll put the recording in the Also group and the One Drop group. Actually, does anybody have any questions just about women's health and hormones and things? Let me answer those now before we hop into the quick biz training. Biz training will take about another 10 minutes. It'll be kind of short and sweet. But let me know. If you have any questions, type them into the chat, or you can unmute yourself over on Zoom and we'll answer your questions and then we'll talk about the biz and sharing the oils. Any other advice for migraines? Oh, Katrina, I feel you on migraines. Lifelong Vitality Pack. The bone nutrient complex to get a little bit more magnesium is really key. I will do past tense. So past tense is a blend of lots of really incredible oils. It's the tension blend, and it's specifically designed to help with migraines, with pain, with headaches. So I'll roll that over forehead and temples. It's undiluted. It's straight up oil. So be careful. Don't get that in your eyes. Use a carrier oil around. You can also rub it on the base of the skull, back of the neck is a really, really great one. And then I will do a pain balm, which is frankincense, lemongrass, copaiba, and marjoram. And I'll do about 2 to 3 drops of each of those in a little veggie capsule, and I'll take that internally. And you can get the veggie capsules, I think they're like $4 or $5 for 160 from doTERRA. And those work really well. But it kind of depends on the type of migraine too. Like Digestion helps with nausea. So that's a good one I'll do on my tongue, on my abdomen, and have that on hand. Digestion's great for sinus pressure, sinus headaches. So you can put it over the sinuses. We don't want to put oils in the eyes. We can go around. So you can make a roller bottle with maybe 10 to 20 drops of Digestion, top with your fractionated coconut oil, and put that over the sinuses. That's another good way to kind of open that up. Hot flashes at night. Yeah. So clary sage and peppermint are 2 great ones. And you can make a spray with that. So doTERRA sells little spray bottles, or you can reuse your empties. So if you're going through your On Guard hand sanitizer sprays, you can pull that label off. Use your lemon oil to get all the stickiness off. Lemon's like a natural Goo Gone. And you can just top this with water and put a couple drops of peppermint and maybe like 10 drops of peppermint, 10 drops of clary sage, and you can just spray that on the skin, on the back of the neck. You can make a roller bottle with peppermint and clary sage, or your Clary Calm, either one, because Clary Calm has clary sage in it and it's a blend with other things. So I would say Lifelong Vitality Pack again, maybe doing the phytoestrogen complex, doing that internally. Before bed, you could take 1 or 2 copaiba soft gels, 1 adaptive, and maybe even 1 or 2 Serenity soft gels to kind of help with that restful sleep. And then I would make like a spray or a roller bottle and put that on. You could put it over the back of the neck, over the forehead, over the abdomen, and that's very cooling. So that's another good one that you can use too. Do you take all the supplements you just mentioned with Lifelong Vitality Pack? Yep. So it just depends. You know, you want to know what kind of health goals you're looking for. So Lifelong Vitality Pack is kind of the foundational one. That would be one that I would definitely do. And then like if you're feeling kind of pulled, like you need a little bit more adrenal support, you could add in the Mito2 Max. I do Lifelong Vitality Pack, the PB Assist, which is the probiotic, Terrazyme. Love Terrazyme. I take Deep Blue Polyphenol Complex, and I also do the Mito2 Max. I also like the turmeric dual chamber capsules, the Copaiba soft gels. At night, I actually will do 1 adaptive, 2 Serenity soft gels, and 2 Copaiba soft gels. So you just find what works for you. There's a little bit of, you know, asking questions, doing your own research. So actually all of the supplements are listed in our Essential Life book. And for our new oilers, we actually like gift this for free. So reach out if you have questions on how to get this one for free. But the supplements are discussed in here as well. And so use as a reference, but you can maybe try a different one and see how you feel. I think the proof is definitely in the pudding, but I can tell. Like if I forget to take my Lifelong Vitality Pack and my Deep Blue Polyphenol Complex, like for pain, I can tell. I'm like, why are my hips talking to me more today? I'm like, oh, I forgot to take my supplements. So that's really important too, to just kind of honor that. And then Katrina too, I have a couple videos specific on migraines in the Allswell group that you might check out too. I like show and break down the whole process of it all too, to kind of help. Okay, so we'll do a quick little biz training about the joy of sharing essential oils, and we'll wrap up. Yeah, my pleasure. So there's basically 3 types of people that come to doTERRA. We have people that are excited about living a natural lifestyle and using the products, and they're just ready to get rid of the toxins in their home. They're ready to be empowered and have those tools on hand. And we do continuing education, like these classes, to support people. We provide those classes for our team and for our tribe. doTERRA provides a lot of continuing education as well to support people with using their oils safely and making it part of that health and wellness lifestyle. Then we have people that naturally share. You know you're a sharer because you're watching this class and you're thinking, okay, my mom needs Clary Sage or Clary Calm. My sister could really use that magnolia oil or whatever. You start to think about people and you have a heart to help people, right? And honestly, that is the culture of doTERRA, is having a servant's heart. I truly believe that sales is service. I have a lot of people that tell me, well, I can't do what you do because I'm not a salesperson. The truth of the matter is that sales is service. If you ever recommend that a friend watch a movie or go to a restaurant or anything, you're in sales. Honestly, life is sales. If your kids are trying to get out of eating their vegetables, they're trying to sell you on that, right? So I think we have to let go of that idea that it's a yucky word around that. And really, we're just looking at helping people. If you found value from the oils, value from our tribe, value from this education, that's powerful. And there's probably other people that are looking for that too and looking for support. So as you share and tell people about this consistently, you can actually get your oils paid for over time. So we think of that as free natural health care. There's lots and lots of people in doTERRA that are receiving free natural health care with that. And then we have our educators and our builders. So these are people that want to do what I'm doing, right? They want to teach and empower people about the power of essential oils. And I don't want you to feel like you have to know everything in order to do this business. You don't. You know enough to help people. Plus anybody that comes in is going to be plugged into our tribe and get education and all of that. But honestly, like we have PowerPoints for you. We have scripts to help you out, to help teach and empower people. But if that's on your heart and you want to share and teach and show up and be seen and do virtual classes like this, we can show you how. It's very simple. And as I truly believe that we are compensated for the number of lives that we change. Again, sales is service. And so as you share, as you change people's lives, as you support people, you can earn income to supplement or replace your income, which is a huge blessing, especially right now during this time. So I have been able to do that with doTERRA. I've been able to replace my income, actually surpass my income of what I was making as a physical therapist through doTERRA. And I can just say that I am so much happier. I was a burned out, stressed out healthcare professional, which kind of got me into this work in the first place. But being able to work from home, being able to choose my own hours, gosh, even now during this time with this global pandemic, I am so grateful for the blessing that is doTERRA in my life, not only for physical support, but emotional support, financial support, spiritual support, all of those things. It's really, really powerful. So if that's something that's calling on your heart, reach out to us. We'd love to help. Reach out to the person that brought you into the oils community, right? Tribe, and they would love to help and support you with that. And I heard a great quote that said, you can't feed others from empty shelves. And I know so much of us, because we just attract that. This is our tribe and our culture. In doTERRA, you do not see people talk about beachfront properties or the cars that they're driving or any of that stuff. It's really to make an impact and help other people and truly be free to give. When we are free to give, when we paid off our homes, our cars, our loans, our debt, then we can come from a place where we can truly give and make an impact and serve others. And that's what doTERRA is all about. And if you haven't seen a co-impact sourcing video or a healing hands video, like, you'll know that that is just the heart of this company and what we do. So if you're a number 2 person or a number 3 person, if you're a sharer, if you just naturally share, if you're kind of curious about teaching and educating and building this as a business, reach out to that person that brought you into our tribe. They would love to help and support you with that. So sharing doTERRA, there are tools of how to teach an oils class that's changed a little bit with what's happening in the world, but we still sample, we still teach. So I will mail samples to people of the essential oils in little bottles, like little dram bottles for them to try. There's about 10 to 12 drops in each bottle to give somebody an experience with the oils. So I'll ask if they're open. Hey, I was thinking about you. I saw your post that you're really struggling with sleep. And what we do in our home is we use essential oils for that. Would you be open to me sending you some samples of an oil to try? Or, if they're a neighbor or something, just dropping them off on your porch. You can do that and still physical distance with that. And then when they have their oils, I'll hop on a call and I'll talk them through how to use them. Hey, this is lavender. You can put a drop in your water, drink that before bed. You can put a couple drops on your pillow. You can put a couple drops on the bottom of your feet. That'll really help to support your sleep. Is it all right with you if I check back in a day or two to see how you're doing and how this oil is working for you? And also letting people know that I wouldn't approach it as, oh, this is lavender and it works for everybody. Because if somebody tries lavender and they don't have good sleep, they're going to feel bad, or they're going to be like, oh gosh, oils aren't for me. I'll tell people essential oils are like a medication in this way, that if you tried a medication and it didn't work for you, you wouldn't say all medications are hokey, I'm never trying another medicine. You go back to your doctor and you say, okay, this one didn't work for me, and they would try something else. Essential oils are very similar. So if you were patient with me, like you would be with a medication, I can help you find something that's safer, cheaper, and more effective to you. So you want to kind of prime them for that, right? So that if they have a great experience with lavender, great. And invite them to one of our virtual classes. I'm in Diamond Club right now, which is an education program that doTERRA does. So I'm teaching lots of virtual classes. So invite them in to some of our classes where they can come and learn, or I'd be happy to host a virtual class for you if that's on your heart. You have people that are open. I would love to do that and teach classes on different topics. So reach out to me. This is the time. Now through June is when Diamond Club is going on, and we're doing all these things and teaching. So it'd be great to help and serve. But really, it's reaching out. It's being authentic. It doesn't have to feel salesy or yucky. You're really coming from a place of serving and truly caring about people. And they can feel that energy. And that's powerful. So there is a book that Elise Chedevy, she's so amazing. She created these things called daily mentor calls. And she has a website. You can go to dailymentorcalls.com. And there is a little workbook in there that's free that you can download. And you can start listening to the calls, and she covers all of this: how to make a list of 100 names, how to start reaching out to people, how to properly sample people, how to invite them to a class, how to teach a class. It's literally all there for you step by step in a book and in the calls. She's done all the work for us. So if that is on your heart, there's a whole system right there to support you with that. And anybody can teach a class. I say, if you can read, you can teach a class, honestly. And so she breaks it down and she talks about key components for teaching an effective class. It's changed a little bit because now everything's virtually done on Zoom. But basically, I try to keep my classes short and sweet to around 30 minutes, no more than 40 minutes, and make them interactive. I try to mail samples to people before the class so that they have an experience with the essential oils and they have something to kind of reference to and that knowledge base when we're teaching the virtual class. Because that's the only tricky part. The oils, I feel like, are so powerful. And when you put oils on people and they have that experience, that's powerful. So by mailing out samples ahead of time, they can still have that experience with them. And this is kind of the breakdown of the class. We do a little welcome, we set our intention, we tell our story, tell your authentic story with how you use the oils, how they've helped you. And then we talk about the 3 things about oils, the 3 cool things, the 3 ways to use oils, aromatically, topically, internally. We share our experiences. We talk about the different options to get started, because you do not want to educate people and then they go and buy oils from Walmart or Amazon, because we know that those are not going to work in the body the same way, and that could actually be dangerous. And then we talk a little bit about those options to get started and your powerful experience with the oils. So with a virtual class, I have people text me like their top 3 health and wellness concerns. And then after the class, I get on a phone call with them and I see how I can best help and serve. So it's similar. It's a little different. We're teaching a lot of in-person classes and we've had to pivot with all that's happening in the world, but you can still do this and serve people and help people. And so these are the supplies. You can get little sample drams, little 1/4 drams, and put a couple drops, maybe 10 to 12 drops of your oils in there. I really love the A to Z guides. Those are from Oil Life. You can get all these things from Oil Life or different places. Having that experience, but everything is there. We have PowerPoints that are already done for you, those workbooks. You can listen, check out the daily mentor calls. It walks you through everything. So if this is on your heart, please check out, you can go to dailymentorcalls.com. You can get free education on how to do all of that. Reach out to me. I'd love to help and support you. But Greg Cook, he is one of our executive founders. And this quote I thought was so powerful. When you share doTERRA products, you bring hope and wellness to the people you love, your community, and ultimately the world. Selling the doTERRA way is about service. One drop at a time, one person at a time. We are serving the world with wellness solutions. So that's what we do. We're here to empower people, change lives, support people. It truly is a joy, honestly, a joy and an honor and a privilege for me to get to do the work that I do. And it's opened up so many opportunities in my life, like being able to go to Africa, being able to go to Mexico and Hawaii and Prague, travel. Those are all opportunities that came into my life through doTERRA, which is pretty amazing. So, and I don't know, there's something really powerful about creating something that is yours. It's your business. Like doTERRA is like my baby. Like all of you are like my community and my tribe. And it's different than going to a job and punching a clock and doing something and working to help somebody else achieve their dreams, to really work and build something that you're really passionate about. Through my own journey with cancer and hip dysplasia and Lyme disease and all these things, that really brought me to looking at holistic options and changing my diet and changing my lifestyle and bringing the oils in. And I don't feel like oils are a magic bullet, but I feel like they're a tool. They're a piece of something that we could bring in. They're a way to help us reduce our toxic load. They can help us with sleep. They can help us with exercise and movement, with hormonal balance, with all of those key foundational things, stress, emotional support. That is so powerful. So if that's on your heart, if you have questions about that, reach out to us. We'd love to help and serve you with that. Again, I'm doing Diamond Club right now. And I have a referral program. So if you have somebody who's curious, they're asking you about the oils, you may be a sharer, right? You may be like, okay, because I have some people, the sharers are like, Laura, I love this and I love the oils, but I don't want to teach classes and I don't want to support people. I'm like, okay. So they just send people my way, and I have a referral program, and I'll give them something, a gift, right? I have a bunch of fun little oils in my oil stash, or maybe I'll make them a custom blend, or I've got some fun like doTERRA swag things or something that I can gift them as a thank you, because my small business is run on referrals. And that is always the highest honor to me, that somebody would trust me with taking care of their people and supporting them. Then I got some people that are like, Laura, I want to do this. I want to teach classes. I think this is fun. I have time now. I want to learn. So I'm like, let's do it. Like, we have a whole different Facebook group, the Dream Catchers group. I'm actually wearing that shirt today, ironically enough, our little Dream Catchers group. That's our little team logo. So that we plug people into that are kind of curious about learning about the business. But honestly, truly, doTERRA is a personal development journey wrapped into a paycheck, is what doTERRA is. I had horrible fear of public speaking, if you can believe that. I hated it. I would turn red and get the sweats and the sweaty pits, and I hated it. I hated it. It was my least favorite class in high school. It was my least favorite class in college. But doing this work, it's bigger than me. And going to Africa and seeing the farmers and meeting the people and the co-impact sourcing and how everything is sourced sustainably and all that, it's bigger than me. Like, yes, we're changing lives. Yes, we're helping people, but we're also helping farmers in Africa. We're also making a global impact in the world. And I realized that I needed to show up and share. And if I was afraid of doing that, afraid of what other people would think of me, afraid of just getting in my own head and not being able to speak or do classes or any of that, that is kind of selfish on my part, because it's focusing solely on me and it's not focusing on the people that need me. The people that are on their hands and knees praying for natural solutions, praying for health, praying for financial freedom, whatever that looks like. I can give you countless stories. One of the sweet girls in our tribe, she was told that they were going to have to cut out a foot of her colon and she was going to need surgery. And she was like, oh my gosh. And she started on Lifelong Vitality Pack and the supplements and the oils. And 3 months later went back and they were like, you don't need surgery. Whatever you're doing, keep doing it. We've never seen this happen before. Like, this is amazing. Another girl in our tribe, she had horrible seizures and they couldn't figure out what was causing them. And they took away her driver's license, and she has 2 young kids. And I was like, okay. And we used some oils for neurological support, oils for emotional support. We started the supplements. We changed her diet. We made it part of a lifestyle. And she called me a month later, was like, I haven't had a single episode, Laura. And just to live in fear all the time like that, right? And then to have something because the doctors were like, we don't know what to do. And to me, it's just like bringing people back to foundations. It's like, okay, let's look at your nutrition, your sleep, your movement, your stress, your relationships, your emotions. Let's pull all of this in. Let's come up with a game plan. People are waiting for you. So for me, it was, to be honest, people are going to judge you anyways. So you might as well build your business. You might as well change some lives. You might as well help some people, because regardless of what we're going to do, that's going to happen. And I just decided I'm not going to let my fears hold me back, and I'm going to show up and I'm going to be seen. And because of that, I am blessed with all of you. I'm blessed with this tribe, and I'm blessed to receive numerous text messages and private messages all the time of, Laura, these have changed my life. Laura, I'm no longer having to take Pepto-Bismol or Tums all the time. Laura, my baby slept through the night for the first time ever. I can't thank you for what a gift that was for us. Or, oh my gosh, now I feel like I have tools. I was having to run to the bathroom all the time, and that was so stressful for me. And I just ran my first marathon. I was able to do that's why I do this work. And that truly is the culture of doTERRA. And if you've had any experience with other direct sales companies, it's night and day. And they're trying to duplicate the culture that doTERRA has created. But the truth is, with doTERRA, yes, the financial blessings are real. I can tell you that, and amazing. And I'm very grateful for that. But that's not what drives us. We're here to change lives. We're here to make an impact. We're here to leave a legacy. We're here to change healthcare and wake a lot of people up. And that's what gets me up and drives me in the day. So I'll get off my soapbox. I could talk about this all day, but I get really passionate about that. So that is why I do this work, because it's so much bigger than me and you, and it's making a global impact. And that is powerful. So if that's on your heart, let's talk. Because I would love to help you, because honestly, we need light bearers and light workers, because it's not just me, it's a ripple effect. And I have a goal. I want to change not just hundreds of lives. I want to change thousands of lives, thousands and thousands of lives. So that is what we do. Okay. Any questions? Oh, thanks, Kate. I'm so glad you found the info helpful. Thank you. I think you're a beautiful person too. That's what's so cool about our tribe is we attract such cool people, right? Everybody's so awesome. So you can type your comments in the chat. You can unmute yourself if you have any questions. If not, I'll let you get back to your Saturday because I've been jibber jabbering for like a whole hour. I love talking about hormones and women's health and all of this. It's so fun. I may just start doing these in my jammies because I think that would be fun. I threw on a baseball cap for today, but real life, real Saturday morning chit chats. Okay, yay, thanks, Katrina. I'm so glad. So cool. Katrina's watching from like Puerto Rico. See, it's so cool. Like we're everywhere. Okay, well, y'all have a wonderful rest of your day. Thank you for watching or catching the replay, and we will catch you next time on Saturday morning. I don't remember what our next class is, but it's something good. Okay, take care, everyone. Bye.